Awakening really is not something you can achieve. It's what is revealed to you when you are ready. That readiness does not come from being a perfect human being. It comes from being a human being that is willing to meet the totality of your experience. And that includes what we might call the past, because the past is very much alive now when it has been unprocessed. It lives in your body-mind vehicle. So this other area of confusion about going beyond the story, freeing ourselves from the story. Yes, that's true, but you can't free yourself from the story unless you've met the feelings locked into that story. That's where the past and the present meet each other. So it's not about going back and rehashing narratives and poor me's, but it is about meeting what is underneath it now. Now, you can't fix what happened, but you can meet it now. And in that, there is a resolution. There is a very real energetic clearing that happens. It's not just a mental understanding. It's not an intellectual exercise. That's why I say it's not just psychotherapy. It is an energetic meeting of what is here, so that something in you expands. Most people most of humanity walks around in a contracted state. Contracted mentally, through sets of beliefs and stories and narratives, mostly conglomerated around the identity of poor me. Something has happened to me and you've done it, or they've done it, or the world's done it, or God's done it. Or there's a contraction around the emotional body. Certain emotions, certain feelings are bad, dangerous, overwhelming. They're going to kill me. They're too frightening. So then we live on the surface. There's a surface flapping around, looking for happiness, surface satisfaction, surface gratification, avoidance of that which is more true, more real, more deep. And there's a contraction on the physical level, armoring around the heart, a tightness in the back of the shoulders, a heavy knot in the belly. And of course, the body has all sorts of movements of energies, sometimes stuck, sometimes free-flowing, an ache, a pain. And none of this is wrong. It's part of the human body experience. But when it becomes a kind of armoring to protect the self, to protect the belly, to protect the heart, which is really a defense, then life force cannot flow through it. And if life force cannot flow through it and expand into it, then the light of consciousness cannot either. And then the nervous system remains in a hyperactive, reactive state. And then reactivity becomes part of the normal human condition. But reactivity is what we must loosen, soften, if we are to fall into the deepest silence.